Oh, good evening. Manic evening. So far. But how's it going? I didn't even proofread that bloody email. How foolish am I? Sorry, I haven't even got my wheel set up yet, and there's literally like 5 minutes till the race. So yeah, we're kind of just throwing things up as we go. The Evo looks fine. We're good. Does that make us a laugh? For fuck's sakes. Right, let me close those so I don't accidentally leak very private, personal documents on livestream. Well, I say private, but like, I guess they are. It's like bank statements and stuff. Come on, you bozos. Knowing that I am indeed a liar and have a total of 0 monies. But apologies if you can hear all the background noise and the wheel clattering around. Usually have this all set up beforehand, but yeah, was out at a work event today, so didn't get back till late. Then had to obviously catch up on everything, and then yeah, everything just kind of stacked up. I ended up further and further behind, but we've started now, and we're gonna make the first race, so we're all good. Barely any driving done on the car. I don't even have the live stream set up properly. I'm sure this is only gonna go splendidly. Where is my camera register? That's not too bad, actually. I was genuinely expecting nobody. I thought everyone was gonna go, ew, big executive road car, I'm out of here. So it's pretty cool. We got a bunch of people. Alright. Server is up already. Because where it turns out the wheel doesn't fucking work. If it does, I'm just gonna time to just leave on the spot. I'm out of here. And let me actually get the stream up properly. Good old tech and tag intro to get some vibes going. Where is my scrolly? I expected. You put it that way. I was more on about the kind of. It was more the combination that would scare people away. Where are we at? Bikarniki. And then we're in the Vento at Mugello? I think. I could be very much wrong on the Ventuna, but racist Takuras for cats and dogs live to give a mass hysteria. Yeah. You know it. Let me check. We are at... It is Magella. Okay, we're good. We are good. Cool. Oh, that's brought up. I don't want that up there. Spooked by Google Chrome. You get to see my 7 bajillion tabs open. Oops. Definitely something I need to clean up, but just making sure the stream is all running okay. That seems to be running fine. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. I guess now we pray the wheel works. Okay. We have drive. I'm not quite sure what I feel on this seating position. Was there something? What do you mean? There wasn't anything. I was just... I had a window capture enabled that was showing my Google Chrome, which I wasn't supposed to. There wasn't anything really important on it. I just looked at SRS and then went back to the live stream tab. Oh god, no brakes. But obviously that wasn't supposed to be there, so oopsie. I need to reacclimatize to these brakes. But I'm not really going to get the chance to either, because practice is already over. Yes, it is the Maserati. The Quattroporte. Oh my god. Any passengers? No. But I don't think they'd want to. I'm gonna change this camera up, I think. Let's pitch a little one in the truck. God damn it. I should do fine, I think. Oh no! It's over. Shit. I could do a little bit of setup to this, so I guess we're gonna try and do that. A little bit more negative camber onto the rear. Remove all that positive toe. Disgusting. Maybe also remove a little bit of camber from the rear wheels? I don't know. I'm spitballing here. Tire pressures, no clue. This thing supposedly can hit 300. It's never gonna do that. Because good old overdrive gears, but you know. Granted, the track that we're starting off with, I did not test. I was just like, this is kind of like the tracks I tested, so I'm sure this will work. Okay, I just need a little bit of acclimatization, getting used to having to hit that brake pedal pretty hard. And for a bit longer than maybe I'm used to. bug standard race here tonight for both of them. Just 10 minutes quali, 20 minutes race. I might have come up with something a little... When you expect no one, eh? Smart thinking. You're gonna constantly rattle on me for that now, aren't you? Time to invent a YouTube plugin that mutes out anything that Adam can remotely use against me, but only on his end. Everyone else still hears it fine. Oh god. We're sliding. Let's take F1 livery opinions. I mean, there's too many stake logos. You'd have nothing to watch then. True. Feel like they kind of went over with the stake logos, especially on the shirt. I don't know if you've seen the team shirt, but they have the big one in the middle, and then they have one on like the sort of like upper sort of like chest piece on like the top left. And it's like, why do you need two? It's the same fucking logo. And maybe it's an interesting color palette, and it's good to see something a little bit different than just red, blue, black, and white. But I don't know. Maybe if it was Xbox instead of stake/kick, I'd maybe dig it a bit more. Cause that's kind of my first thought when I saw it. I was like, Xbox car. Oh god, I'm sliding all over the place. I guess it could also be Razor, the Razor car. Miari over 32. I think Sauber's going to enter a bit of a lull period, to be honest, where people are kind of just going to forget they exist. It's going to be kind of hard to forget that bright green monster exists on the track. Because it does stick out like a sore thumb. One funny thing I did pick out from on the announcement, though, is that obviously Sauber are based in Switzerland, I believe. However, they had to do the reveal in the UK. No guesses as to why they had to do the reveal in the UK. I don't even know what time this is going to be here. I fumbled that first corner. But this is mainly just a practice session, really. I knew with the fastest lap there. Practicing and qualifying the quintessential. Yep, you know it. I'm running even more the quintessential knee strap because I hadn't even set my wheel up until about a minute before the race started, so, you know. Progress. Next thing you know, I'll be setting up the wheel as the lights are on. Just you wait for that moment. Who needs practice or qualifying? Now, I did have a plan in place for the post-stream section. That plan has since been bleh, I can't English. That has been scuppered because the plan was to see what kind of rubbish was on the racing game portion of Steam Next Fest. Problem is that requires me to download a load of things, which I haven't had the time to do, so yeah, kind of can't do that. So yeah, I guess we'll have to get I might do that on Friday, though. Hopefully I get time this Friday. Because I wanted to stream last Friday as well. But, I then got bogged by, paperwork. Paperwork that I wasn't actually even able to complete. Oh, I'm going to be in Mattia's way. Ruh-roh. Get a top 10 either way. You know it. Michael on pole. Seems to be a pretty close qualifying, actually. Now I'm effectively last, and I'm a second off. So everyone else is pretty much within a second. That's pretty good. I think Mattia is starting from the back. But, yeah. I don't know, hopefully no paperwork this weekend, or on Friday, this time around. If there is, I might be able to just defer it to the weekend anyways, like I did this week. We'll see. But I think the majority of the paperwork is now done. In terms of what we sort of were discussing last week. I now just have to cry as I watch my bank account slowly evaporate. And then very quickly evaporate. And then very slowly evaporate for the next 12 years. But hopefully it'll be worth it. Fingers crossed, maybe. Oh, that's not good. I fucked it already. Oh. That's qualifying over. See, I just wanted to start from the back, you know? It's totally my plan. From the start. I'm gonna run with 22, just to be safe. This thing's pretty heavy anyway, so I don't think 1 liter of fuel either way is really gonna make much of a difference. I am actually lost. Wow. 2 seconds back. You'll love to see it. My own championship, and I'm at the bottom. Start's gonna be interesting though. This track is pretty tight. Oh, but Tia's gone exploring. Ugh. Hello, Mihao. How's it going? Single race? Yeah. 2 single races tonight. I didn't quite think the 10-minute sprint would really suit this car too much. No, I chop and change every season. I sort of roll with what I think is, Just thought I'd put that in there. Unlucky. Means I might dip mid-race, fair enough. No obligation to stay. I don't know why I'm resting my foot on the clutch pedal. It doesn't do anything. I need to just rev in neutral. Otherwise I'm gonna jump start like a moron. Cheers for luck. I'll need it. I've just jumped straight into this. I'm a poorly prepped even by my own standards. Oh, big wheel spin. But yeah, as I was saying, I sort of chop and change the formats I use for the races, depending on the car that I've picked, and the kind of theme of the tracks. Oh god, I was on the curb there. Car was not happy with me. I have a bit of clear track now, so that's actually not a bad thing. I can just sort of ease myself into the rhythm here. But, yeah. So, I thought the Alphas would benefit from a 2x10, so I ran 2x10. What was the season before the Alphas? I'm struggling to remember now. The top car, yeah, the top car was 20 minutes as well. Because, yeah, I felt the top... Oh, shit! I've killed Mattia. You distracted me. Oh, yay. For fuck's sake. Yeah, it's always chat's fault. It is a streamer's obligation to blame chat whenever anything goes wrong. And now I'm extra back marker. Mattia will catch up, I probably won't. He can overthrow that deficit. I've just shotgunned my foot off. Last but most memorable. Just keep killing him. Nah, I ain't catching him again. That's it, he's gone. He's off to the distance. But yeah, I felt because of how big and lumbery these cars can be, overtaking isn't easy, so I felt like a really short, snappy sprint wouldn't really work, because it would just turn into a bit of a demolition derby. Well, it'd either be a demolition derby, or literally nothing would happen. So, you know, it's not what I want either ways. I don't mind people getting a little aggressive and getting their elbows out a little bit, which you might need to do to make some overtakes at some of the tracks here. But, you know, if it just devolves into a complete demo derby, then no. We gotta check it flag now. Who would seem a cheaper way? You never know. I need some time to just exist, so I'll take these remaining 16 minutes, even if it's just me driving around on my own. Lucas seemed to have a pretty terrible last lap, though, so I don't know, maybe there'll be some incidents. Or more incidents. Did sitting up wheel, do I have by chance a new one? No, it's the same one. I just don't have it up on my desk all the time. Vegetation looks splendid in Sector 3. Yeah, I only have my wheel up on my desk when I'm using it. I don't have a dedicated sim rig, so... And I also use the same desk for when I work from home, so... I used to keep the wheel up all the time, but then I started working from home 3 days a week, so, Well, during COVID, it was every day, obviously. But nowadays, it's 3 days a week. And so, it wasn't really feasible to have the wheel up on the desk every day. Because they needed a laptop to sit there as well. It seems like Hanu ran into some trouble. Oh, chaos up ahead, Lucas and Hanu. Well, I'm no longer lost. Haha. Small desk. I guess calling it a desk is maybe a little deceiving. In a sense, it's kind of more of a... Did they feel bad about me? Probably. Sympathy punt. But yeah, no, it's not really a desk, I was supposed to say. It's more of a countertop, kind of. It's weird. So it's very long. Or very wide, should I say. But not necessarily very long. But given that this current space I'm using also doubles up as the house's loft space, it's kind of a lot of random crap around as well, so... Hopefully when we've moved into this new place, or hopefully the sale goes through on that all fine, and we're able to buy it, but, you know, hopefully if we're able to buy this new place successfully, I will be able to actually start investing in a better space for myself. Because I would like to have a couple of things I'd like to set up gaming-wise, that I don't have now, is obviously a full sim rig. Duh. But I'd also like to have a small, kind of dedicated space for VR stuff. I've always kind of liked VR, thought it was quite interesting, but I've just never had the space to really explore the technology. So, obviously these are far-fetched plans, but they're kind of things I'd like to have. In like a dream scenario, but whether they actually come to fruition, who knows, but... you know... I will be making sure I at least have an equivalent space of my own, where I can do all my things like I used to. Or like I do now. I've got the impression I'm in... Well, I don't really follow it because... I can't do anything with it. But I have used it a few times, you know. And I've always thought the technology behind it was pretty neat. And punt-based invitations only. This car is the same count as the top car. The top car was a pretty incomplete mod, so I'm not surprised it might have just used the base Kunos sound bank. Hate the undershift control. Yeah, downshift protection can be a little annoying. But here it's not too bad. It's more I'm just trying to be too aggressive. Race beyond meta sim, racing rig collision course. Oh, racing rig collision. No, I don't think I'd ever go that crazy. I'm too stingy to go, like, extremely lavish. But, you know, I'd like to, you know... End game, I would have a direct drive wheel rig. Nothing overly crazy, but I wouldn't mind something. I don't know whether or not I would by extent sim race in VR. Maybe, maybe not. You know, I'm perfectly fine with flat screen, but I would like to play around with just general VR gaming maybe a little bit more. But that needs a lot of space, so, you know, easier said than done. Send it. I will try. Don't need to follow it to be into it. You're not wrong. I mean, I'm very into sim racing, yet I don't really keep up with all of the latest trends. But yeah, it's not... I wouldn't say it's like a massive interest of mine. It's just kind of something that's always passively been there, you know? But, you know, it's always been either too expensive or space have been the big problems. But if I can alleviate both of those, then... Oh god, that was a bad bump. Bad bump. Gravel. Nom nom. Shit. Just use the stadium. Mine works fine with load cell and DD base. Yeah, but I mean, if I can build a rig, why not? You know. A rig would definitely be more stable, reliable, and probably give a better experience anyways than just a strong desk. Some kind of yeah, I heard there was some kind of update in R-Factor 2. There goes bugs again, fuck's sakes. Am I interested in the Le Mans game? No. I don't have anything against the Le Mans and the ACO World Endurance Championship content, but it's gonna be another Motorsports Games botch job, and I don't really care for one of those. I mean, the game hasn't even launched yet, and they've already soiled it because they're saying it's gonna be an early access game. This game's been in development for what, like 2-3 years? It's built off of a game that already exists. So, like, how is it still in early access? Why is, like, 3/4 of the game not gonna be present on launch? Who fucking knows? But it's Motorsports Games, so... if anyone put any faith in them for this game to be good, then they were fools. They're charging AAA price at Game of the Year. So is AMS2. AMS2 is a much smaller development team, though. That's not funded by the biggest con artist in our industry. So... you know. I'm more willing to tolerate plucky Brazilian underdogs than some company who has done nothing but completely shit all over the integrity of our medium and our genre. And has perhaps broken some bridges that might be hard to rekindle for years. But we know the actual dev team could be a skeleton crew too. Well, yeah, that's the thing. We don't really know. Because supposedly it was Studio 397 handling it, but Studio 397 still have R-Factor 2. So, like, how were they split between the two? I don't know. But irrespective, they've been very poor with their communications, as is the norm per Motorsports Games. You know, I think everyone was kind of expecting that we were, you know, there was no indication that it was going to be an early access game until, like, a couple of weeks ago. So people were getting hyped for a launch that then were like, oh yeah, by the way, we're not actually going to be launching a full game. After people have probably already pre-ordered it. I think those people would be pretty disappointed. Oh, curb skid. But yeah, I don't hold out a lot of faith. As not to mention, if it's built off of R-Factor 2 code, I think releasing a new product in the state of R-Factor 2 in this year is appalling. So if it's gonna just be a retooled R-Factor 2, I don't give a shit. Like, that's bad. I don't think that's what should be delivered. Seen the new manager trailer? What, like F1 manager? If so, no, because I don't really follow the manager games at all. Oh, WEC manager. Oh, no. No, I haven't seen anything about that. To get to play as a character. Yeah, lodge complaints that those damn racetracks are making too much noise. I know I moved next to one, but fuck you. Karen, all the times are not interested in that. I'm goosing it too hard out of that hairpin. I'm getting loads of wheel spin. Oh god. Gravel. Rally. So that is one game I have very neglected. Is the WRC game. Oops. I bought it, started it, and then never really... I put like a good 10 or 15 hours into it, and then never really went anywhere else with it. Alright, take care. See ya. See, that was my plan all along. See? I got you there. Yeah, cheers. I will need it. Hopefully the Vento should be a bit smoother. Bit of a less boisterous car to drive. I hope. Still got a couple of laps left here. So things might happen. I can not make any mistakes on my own behalf. Yeah, touch, you always have a plan. You know it. I am slow. Okay, I think this might be the final lap. Depends on how far ahead Alexi is. Hi, see ya. Oh no, not again! God damn it. In the kitty though. Bloody hell. Not the best start. Okay, so one more lap. Yari and Alexi seem to be right on top of each other, which is pretty spicy. Oh god. I think I've lost all focus now. Oh. Really not working as a big billboard here. Not lapped. Yeah, the way I've been driving, that is a miracle. Oh, death up ahead? Question mark? It's Hanu. Steven. I wonder if Steven's run out of fuel, maybe? I don't know. Unless he got a penalty somehow. I don't know if you can get a penalty around here. Penny was showing this car for 50 minutes. There's only 20. On top of those 20. Pretty tight for the lead, though. Seemed like they had a pretty good run. Shame we didn't get to see or be a part of any of it, but top 10, yeah. A SRS TV got 11th. So there was a chance that I didn't get a top 10, you know? Wonder how catastrophically you would have to fuck up, though, to lose to SRS TV. That's a very interesting question, actually. Let's make sure I'm actually registered for the second race. I think I did. Can I just hastily cobbled it together? Yeah, I am. Okay, cool. Hello, Alexi. How's it going? This is a very good limo. Yeah, that's a pretty good... I guess it technically counts as a limo, yeah. Pretty big boy. I was just driving like complete ass, though. Would have liked to have maybe have gotten in a bit more involved, but I only have myself to blame. Luckily, no one jump-started, though. I guess my my note got through to everyone. Wheel spin. Pretty clean start, though, from everyone. The same lot, yeah. Goofan got too many. Had to pit for fuel on top of it. Oh, no. Yeah, a little kiss to Lucas there. Then on the curb. I was just riding that curb on the exit. I don't know what I was doing with that. Without traction control on as well, so the rear tires just spun. And I was like, yeah. I'm actually curious. I want to check in a minute, actually, how much power this has compared to the Vento that we're going to be running next race. I actually think they might be very close on power. Because this thing's got a bit of a grunt to it for how big it is. The Vento is maybe a little slower than you think it is. Oh, I hear it. Fuck. I took a pretty normal braking zone, I think. But obviously there's this whole stack of cars braking in front of me that I very conveniently didn't account for. So, oops. Murdered. If it was just me, I would have made it, but... yeah. When there's cars in front of you, you gotta take them into consideration. I don't know why my brakes are flickering. I guess maybe I had to... oh, I think I had my foot slightly on the brake pedal. That's probably why. Yeah, I wasn't really throttling up there. Oh, I must have left it on for a little bit longer. Oops. Oh, it's still on? Okay, that was an intentional braking. Okay. Pedal issues? I don't think so, no. I think I was just resting my foot on the pedal. I was waiting for Mattia to get going again. Because, I mean, I killed him, so... I'm not gonna jump him. But, yeah, that was pretty much... I guess I did kinda... what happened up here? So easy to misjudge a braking point, yeah. It is. Oh, I think it's what Hanu did. Oh no! That allowed me through. The only overtakes I made, the rest of the race was just going backwards. Well, I started at the back, ended up even further back, then got lucky, gained 2 places, and then lost one of them pretty quickly. I'm not even sure if braking markers would fully have helped, though. Because this car is just... it's pretty hard on the... well, you gotta be pretty hard on the brake pedal. Which is kind of unlike a lot of other cars. How did I... yeah, I guess Lucas got past. Actually, how did he get past? I wasn't paying attention. Oh yeah, I went wide here, yeah. And he just slipped on by. Easy peasy. And then I think I shoved it in the kitty litter somewhere. Maybe not this lap. Yeah, I was pretty close to him. And then... not here. I was losing time a little bit. Here we go. Whee! If you hit the curbs here wrong, see, like that. Yeah, that... okay, I was maybe a bit too far over. I guess that explains why. Yeah, I took a bit too much risk. And because of the suspension on the car, it kind of bounced around and never really settled. So I couldn't get it stopped enough. And then just off the road I went. Oops. But yeah, I think that was pretty much my race from there on out. Let's see what was going on up at the front. It seemed like Alexi and Mattia, or Alexi and Yari, so I had a pretty tight battle. Ooh, I was a little close there. Very tight grid in qualifying, actually. I was surprised by that. Guess these two are just kind of the class of the field in terms of speed, though. Just chase Jari, but no chance to attack. Yeah. Hey, you two pulled away quite nicely from everyone else. Let's see. I like you were in some interesting battles. Okay, jump Michael. Oh, almost 3 wide there. Bloody hell. Oh, bollocks. That was 3 wide for a bit. A little bit crazy. Now look at that. Ooh. Somehow all 3 of you lived. Not with the advantage. Oh, he washed wide, though. Yeah, that first hairpin was pretty tough. I mean, it's pretty tough on a lot of car, and pretty much anything. But obviously, with the way this car drives, it was a bit extra. Oh, Lucas just overcooks it. Oh, yeah, he just didn't get the turning. Bogged. Unlucky. And then he runs wide. Alright, Michael gets through. I guess that was your main problem then? Judging by your comment. You kept misjudging braking points. Guess you were chasing Michael. Oh, you got pretty close again. Uh-oh. Oh. Uh-oh. Oopsie. Luckily, that wasn't too bad. But obviously, you both lost out to Phil. Then I guess you lost even more. Michael stayed pretty close to Phil, actually. Does he get him back? No. Not quite. Yeah. Not too bad in the end, though. Alright, let me get up the results for that one. Let me take a look at those. SRS. And we are driving the Maserati Quattroporte. Standings. And the race. I don't know why I brought up the championship standings. They could be identical to the race. That's the wrong window. Hang on. Let me find the right one. The wrong one again. This one. There we go. That's the right one. Okay, yep. So Yari takes the win with no incidents. Or a few incidents across the board. Steven actually also got 0. I think he ran out of fuel at the end, though, unfortunately. Which meant he didn't complete the final lap. I wasn't quite sure what happened to him. I thought he'd maybe gotten a penalty or something, but no, it seems like he just ran out of fuel. But Yari with a 30.6, pretty good. Alexei with a 30.3, even better. Michael with a 30.5, 30.7 from Mark, 30.7 from Mattia also. It's all very fast. Phil with a 31.0, but obviously consistent and profited when obviously you two had a little coming together. Mattia probably also would have made it further up had I not have kamikazed him on lap 1. Oops. And Me set on a lonely 31.3, but that's... I guess it could have been worse. But, yeah. With how much I kind of just threw myself in the deep end, I'm not too surprised this was the outcome. It is what it is. Overall championship standings, obviously the exact same as the race. Yari in first, Alexi second, Phil third, Michael fourth, Mark fifth, Matthias sixth, Lucas seventh, myself eighth, Stephen ninth, and Hanu in 10th. With next week, however, we'll be heading to Salzburgring, which as far as I'm aware is a new track to SRS, even though the track mod itself is very old. But that should be a good bit of fun. I quite like Salzburgring. I've only raced it in... I've done a couple of offline runs in it, in AC, just to make sure it all works properly and stuff, but I've only actually properly raced it online in Raceroom, and even with Raceroom's terrible physics, I found that pretty fun there, so it should hopefully be fun next week. Turn 1 might be saucy. But we'll see. I say might be saucy. It will be very saucy. It's a long straight leading into a tight chicane, so yeah. We'll see how that ends up. Whether or not major death happens or not, I hope not. From my perspective at least, SRS driving standards have been relatively decent as of late. There have been a few splotches here and there, but generally, touch wood, they've been pretty good. But yeah, Vento up next. Only 5 drivers registered at the moment, unfortunately, but there's still a couple of minutes. So if you wanna slide on in, then you've got 2.5 minutes to do so. It's a fun little car. Let me go and bring it up. Oh, that wasn't the one I wanted to go on. Wrong tab. There you go. Actually, I want to check. So the Quattroporte is 530 horsepower. Okay. The Vento? How much does the Vento have? 712. Okay, it has a bit more. Quite a lot more, actually. Mugello. Last and last race. Can't get any worse. Actually, I should put it in practice mode. Yeah, put it in practice mode. Because then I can toy around with the push to pass. I was going to put it just in hot lap mode like I normally do, but I'm not sure how much push to pass we'll even get in the race. I don't think it'll be a lot. But it's pretty useful on this thing. It's fixed setup, so nothing really I can change on here. Give it a big old rev out of the pits. It is pretty cool. My only real complaint with it was that I did have to dial up the... Yeah, it's the curves button, yeah. I did have to up the force feedback strength. Oh yeah, there's the mirrors on the steering wheel, yeah. There's also the mirror... Oh, there's conventional mirrors to the sides, but yeah. You also have these really terrible narrow mirrors on the steering wheel that honestly are completely useless. Okay, my tires are really cold, so I gotta get them up to temperature a little bit. I'm getting up to temp a bit now, actually. But I had to up the force feedback on this. Because it was quite loose when I first test drove it. What a dash Stargate graphics. I mean, it is a Chinese car, so I guess what were you expecting, really? This thing has traction control as well, but it really doesn't do anything from my experience. The car is like equally as twitchy with traction control as it is without it, so... Drifting on Seaside, yeah, it definitely would look in place in a reducer. Like, if I hit push to pass as well, the car lights up like a Christmas tree. Oh, ended. I might be able to hit it again before the end of the straight. Yeah, there you go. We lighting up. It doesn't last for very long, the push to pass. But it is very potent, so that's something that you will have to keep in mind of. I'm not quite sure how the tires are going to be, because we will be running, or should be running, 2x fuel and tires. Yeah, and finally another car with it, yeah. The dash shines in your face when you need to shift. I think you could turn that down through like AC settings. But given that I'm mostly looking at the big glass hole ahead of me, I don't mind it too much. Makes it pretty obvious when I need to shift. But then again, I also have the luxury of having a pretty sizable screen, so... means that the viewport for me is quite big. But yeah, if you watch the speed as it climbs. So I'm actually going to short shift in 7. Look how slow it's going. I hit the boost. Look at that. It's pretty strong, the push to pass, so you want to make good use of it, because it can... I think it's really going to throw a spanner in. Hex on the right, blinks yellow and in the pits, yeah. Like I said, it's a Chinese car, so it's kind of... It's very flashy. Figuratively and literally. Oh, excuse me. But yeah, if anyone has any suggestions for post-race content, I am receptive. I don't know if I actually will do anything or much post-race, but if there's interest and I have energy, maybe. Oh, we got 7 people in. It's not too bad. That.
Skins checked, nothing new, carry on.
Julio. Okay, soft, medium, and hard. Let's see how the software. We'll just leave everything stuck, I think. I'll change the brake bias, though. I do want to lower brake bias. Yeah, I do think a push-to-pass / ERS system is definitely better than like a DRS system, like what Formula 1 has. Well, actually, I think DRS could be improved if they ran like a DTM style system, rather than Formula 1 doing what they do currently. Because I feel like for me, one of the big problems with the SRS is there is no cost to using it. And it can't be used defensively either, so you can just kind of spam it over and over again. Whereas like this, like push to pass, ERS, or a DTM limited DRS system, there is a cost associated with every time you press that button to get a speed boost. You know, do you use it now or do you save it for somewhere else where it might be more beneficial? Or if like an ERS system, you know, if that's powering a hybrid unit in your car, do you maybe sacrifice boost somewhere else to give you boost, a little bit more boost elsewhere? Who knows? Push the pass, if you didn't know though, is not active in qualifying, so don't worry about finding optimal boost spots to hot lap and stuff. Because, yeah, push the pass does not work in qualifying. And that's an intentional thing. Because obviously, you don't need to pass anything, so push the pass as a system becomes redundant. Or understeer. Time slot right now on this, maybe next season, but download car, very interesting. Fair enough. Yeah, I do understand that this is, for some people, this is quite a late time slot, so... yeah. I never want people to feel like they should be obligated to join either, you know? If you're not interested, you're not interested. If you are interested but you can't make it, then, you know, that's also perfectly fine. Nothing wrong with that, really. I should do 12 minutes. I could take a few out. Yeah, about 15 should be good enough. I didn't really see how much the tires are wearing. But you can see push to pass is at 0. Therefore, it'll do literally nothing. In a way, this car to me does feel like an oversized Praga, in a sense. It's sort of like a... kind of like a one-off prototype thing. It doesn't maybe have as much grip as you think it has. But it's still got a decent chunk of grip. And it's got a decent chunk of power, but not too much for its weight bracket. Like, this thing will most likely get obliterated by an actual LMP1 car. Because LMP1 cars have got a bit more power, they've got more grip and downforce available. But, this is a pretty... For how fancy and outlandish it looks, it is a pretty raw race car, all things considered. As I said, even it has traction control, but that traction control really doesn't do a whole lot. And the big question is going to be softs or mediums for the race. I'm really not sure. Feel the softs might be a bit risky though. We are chicken tire choice. Yep. Good old Ferrari pit wall. I'm sure they'll give me the most effective tire choice. And definitely won't leave me high and dry when I need them the most. Jello's a little bit of a tricky track to wrangle with cars, I think, due to the way the corners flow, but I think when you get it right, it is pretty fun. I'm getting a hard time because you're bad at time management. Amazing. Tough tire's getting a little hot on the front, so I think the mediums are probably going to be the choice. I think the hards might be a little too much. But what do I know? Gonna keep me in third place. I don't have enough fuel to do another lap though. So I'm just gonna have to bury it into the gravel. And go again. Just gonna push the brake bias back to 60. And see how it goes. I think this is actually roughly doing around about Formula 3 lap times. Just pass him there. He's on a flying lap. So I don't want to get in his way. Oh, never mind. Do you think this was the race or something? I just passed him. Damn asshole. I had no need to really pass him, so... It's just been a little bit of a dick move. Well, I was braking on the curb a bit there. The car was not happy with me. You're right, I am just that. Dan didn't even deny it. Crud. Pushed a wee bit too hard, plus dirty air equals elbozo. Oh, he's just stopped. Okay. Seems like third place is probably the best I'm gonna manage. Let's see what we can do on this final attempt. Brake bias feels good though. Actually a pretty healthy delta as well. 9 tenths, I think. By the time I crossed the line, yep, 9 tenths. Still only good enough for third. But it's still quite a distant third. Which is not great. Let's see. Probably too much. No, that's not enough apparently. Okay. I'm gonna guess. I'm gonna plug in about 54 liters. Tires, I'm actually gonna shove on the mediums. Steven on the hard. Okay. Now everyone else apart from this Massimiliano on the mediums. Massimiliano and Steven on the mediums. 4 liters should be enough. Just for luck, I will need it. I have 6 push to pass uses. I think push to pass uses actually scale the further back you are. I'm not 100% sure on that though. People using some off the start. Look at Patrick taking off. Gotta get those front tires up to temperature so they start working for me a little bit more. I definitely feel not as much grip though in general on these mediums. Dirty air is also not helping. But dirty air isn't too bad. I don't think. I think it's more that my mediums are just cold. Our only soft runner is currently behind me. He's on the softs. Oh, Phil getting very sideways. Alright, he's lost it. He hit the push to pass. Oh, I've lost it too on the curb. Shit. That was a bit silly. That's Mattia up to third already. It's an interesting rear view camera. I guess it's in the, like, diffuser, maybe? I'm not sure. That rear tire is very hot, though. My good luck successfully turned into bad luck, damn. How dare you? Oh, yellow flag up ahead. Oh, Mattia's off. Passing them, qualifying front. Yeah. Second place is definitely on the card still. Phil and Mattia are definitely quicker than me, probably. So I'm going to have to be worryful of them. Still not really been able to get enough or adequate temperature into these fronts, but it seems to be gripping up okay enough, so I can't complain too much, I guess. I just need to make sure I don't do the same silly shit that I did. Slipstream effect on this thing is crazy strong. Plus the extra boost from the push to pass. That was a pretty hefty kick. Oh, Phil's lost it again. Oh no! Phil is not having a good time. Oh god, I'm getting a little bit snappy too there. Maybe pushing my brake bar slightly further forward. Will slow me down a little bit through these corners. But I think due to the mediums not quite having the same edge as the softs, might be for the better. Steven up next. But as I said, this car has traction control, believe it or not. It does quite literally nothing, but it's there. My god, the slipstream effect in this car is insane. Steven's gonna hit the push to pass. And I think I'm gonna stay in slipstream range, just about. Oh, I might have just fallen out, I think. Yeah, I did. Oh, excuse me. It's making that car very wide right now. Okay, I'm good on fuel though. It's good to see that the numbers are adding up. I was hoping I could slipstream past him there, but he just gained enough on me for the use of the push to pass. Problem is, this car is also quite wide, so I gotta be careful just shoving it in somewhere. No, it does have side mirrors. As I said, the car is very wide and you're set in the middle, though. So I guess that's why they put these really shitty mirror ones in. I ain't getting away this time. As he wants to use a second dip, which he's not going to. But yeah, see, it's a mirror there, and one on the other side too. It's doing more AC off as I have real one. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, it has real mirrors. But I think, yeah, just if you're playing single screen like I am, I can't see those mirrors. In a lot of cars, I can't actually see the side mirrors. So I have to, I basically only use the upper mirror. And the red arrow that AC gives me. That's basically all I use, because I can pretty much never see these mirrors. So... While these steering wheel ones are useless, I guess they're better than nothing. Extra view. Is now up into third. So I think it'd be wise for me to hold on to the rest of my push to pass until he catches up. Let's see if maybe I can use that to hold him back a bit or challenge him a bit more. Mugello's a fun track, but it's never been one of my strongest courses, though. The way the corners snake. Definitely more built for motorbikes than it is cars. It does lead to some fun corner sections in cars, but they are tricky to get right at high speed. Full commitment. Especially how much faster the car can lap here than a bike. Seems like the mediums were the right choice, though. The tire got a little loose under the braking, but that's okay. See, now that I think about it, the mirrors on the wheel are probably to replace the fact that you have no top mirror, like no central mirror, besides the obviously AC one. Because I'm sat in the middle of the car technically, but I don't actually... There is no mirror fixture above me. It's only the steering wheel and to the left and to the right. So I guess that's what that does. Well, that's what that serves to replace. Pretty nifty little car though. I can definitely see... I mean... I don't think this has been used before in SRS. The mod's been around for a while. But I don't think this car's really seen much use on the platform. So, I can definitely... If every race is going to be like this, I think I could definitely see myself using it again. Not too hard of a car to drive either, so maybe it could even work as a main feature for the power and speed that it has. The main thing is just compensating for all that speed. He was slowly gaining. 7 minutes left on the clock. Actually faster than him that lap. It's good to see. Bill might even catch him and give him some bother, which will work in my favor. Still got those 4 push the passes to use as well as a bit of a cushion. Can use those obviously however I like. Whether to cover from an attack, to give me a little bit of speed somewhere if I feel like I got a bit of a shit exit, or what? You know. And as the race timer continues to shrink, there is less real emphasis on using them carefully and sparingly. I could stock them all up and go for a crazy last lap if I really wanted to. But I don't think it's really going to be much worth. If anything, I probably should bolster them. I'd probably use them on the straights these next few laps. Especially as my tyres are starting to go off, to just kind of bolster that gap or that advantage. Seems like Phil might have lost it again though, which is unfortunate. Oh, maybe not. That might have just been an artifact of AC's or real time doing funny things. Yellow flag. It's cleared. That's good. Looks like Hanu is up ahead. Oh, yellow flag. Yeah. Both my left side tires are in the yellow zone. I think my rights might not be too far off. Sleepy. Damn. Oh, yeah, I can feel the understeer coming in now a bit more. Only a couple of laps left. Just about making it home. Hoping those tires hold on. Got a pretty healthy gap back to Mattia. He hasn't mounted the challenge that I was maybe expecting he would. We're gonna go on for another lap. I think we probably will. 20 seconds for Patrick to make it to the line, and he's about 20 seconds or so ahead of me, I think. Yeah, okay. One more time around. 490. The speed. Oh, excuse me. Oh, a little wide. This is a lot more fun than I was finding it in testing. I think having that sort of extra online race focus that really puts this car on the ground properly for me, compared to when I was just fucking around with it in single player. Tires are pretty haggard, but they're not too bad actually. Softs might have been a bit shot at the end, but they might also not have been too bad, I'm not sure. None of the high-profile runners really took a gamble on them. Oh, Mattia, Phil jumped Mattia. Damn, got him. By a couple of seconds as well. Oh, Hanu's having a great time, it seems. Phil had the fastest fire. I'm guessing that's due to the good old button, though. Of course, Patrick was untouched. I wonder if he actually used all... I assume he probably did use all of his push to pass. Yeah, I did. Yeah, seemed like he made a few mistakes. A rare instance from him, but I'll take it. Fantastic. Oh no. Whew. Here we go. Shame, actually. I think in the replay it this thing doesn't light up like it does in the actual race. Yes, the last lap quality of Mattia is incredible. Oh, at Monza. I guess you two were maybe helping each other a bit. I don't know. Noisy car. I don't know what engine this thing has. I think it's a V12, isn't it? I don't know. Makes a nice sound, though. That's for sure. Naturally aspirated as well. Yeah, because Patrick instantly hits the button, but you don't actually see his car light up. I don't know why that doesn't come across in the replays. Shame. Yeah, got off to a pretty decent start, all things considered. Held my ground. Shit, you forgot the button. Oh, you forgot the push to pass? Oh no. What did Phil spin on? I guess he just lost the rear end braking. I guess I kind of did the same too, yeah. I sort of had it, and then I got it, and then I got on the curb, and then... Oops. I lost it as well. So I had to take a bit of a trek across the gravel. Jesus. Oh, it seemed like you weren't having a particularly great time, though. Oh, no. Oh. Oh, you got on the curb, and then it just went. And then you probably hit the throttle, yeah. Oh, no. Yeah, the traction control, if you didn't figure out, it's a complete lie. It does not help you. In my testing, I turned it off and basically saw no difference. The car doesn't actually have any lights like a lot of modern cars do to indicate to you when traction control is kicking in. So it's hard to say whether or not it is actually doing anything or not. Oh yeah, Mattia binned it. I don't know what happened here. Push the pass. Push the pass was definitely... It's definitely purely an overtaking thing. The main place you're going to get an advantage out of it is on this straight. In terms of getting a big kick. But like in terms of the burst you get, it's very short and you only get a handful of uses, so... It's not something that really could be abused too much. No. I only had 6 deployments. I think the further back in the field you are, you get more. I think the front row gets 5, second row gets 6, third row gets 7, fourth row gets 8, 9, and I think the max is 10. Anyone from, like, I guess the 5th or 6th row back gets 10, and that's that. So yeah, no, even with the maximum amount, you can't push to pass every lap. Because I think we did, like, 12, 13 laps? Maybe 14? I think we did 4... I don't know. Yeah, so it's... The burst is also really short. It's very powerful, but it's really short. So you have to... You have to time it right, basically. I guess, yeah, he just... he just loses it on the exit. Yeah, I guess he carries too much sort of inertia or something through the corner. As he picks up the power of the rear end, just steps out. Another case of the traction control doing oh, I moved my UI. The traction control doing absolutely sweet FA. I just drove it like it didn't have any. Because it really didn't do anything. I don't even know why they bothered saying it had it. But yeah. I was hoping I could get past Massimiliano here. Oh wait, no, this is when I did use it. Oh no, yeah, no, I wanted to jump him instantly, yeah. So you'll see, I'll hit it. That's hard to say. Does it light up in the cockpit when I hit it? I think I hit it like about now. But yeah, I guess if you look back in the stream, when the car lights up, you see it just goes... Zooms away. But it only lasts for about 5 seconds or so. So yeah, I used a couple. I used one to overtake Massimiliano, one to overtake Steven, then I had 4 left. And then I just kind of used those 4 up in the last 4 laps, because I wasn't really under threat from Mattia, but I held them on. I held on to them. That's why I was trying to just get the overtake done on Steven here under the slipstream. Because I didn't want to burn them all up in case I got a challenge from Phil or Mattia later on in the race. So yeah, it's a very strategic thing. You don't want to just burn them up like a Muppet, otherwise you'll have none for when you actually need them. Because you could probably use them all up in one lap if you really wanted to, and set an absolutely insane lap time in the race. But you don't get a point for fastest lap, and you've just wasted all your push to pass. So... But see, here was a good example of timing. Steven uses it pretty much immediately on the exit of the corner. I'm in his slipstream, and he hits it. So he pulls away, even though I'm in his slipstream. But because I'm in his slipstream, I'm kind of being towed along. So then I hit it myself, and then just use it to fire past him. To cover off that speed difference, and then some. Make sure I get the overtake in. Because had I not have, obviously I wouldn't have overtaken him before the corner. But yeah, Mattia was there, so I didn't want to sort of spend any more time trying to get the overtake done without the button. But that was pretty much it from my end. Nothing really happened. I just kind of drove the car. It was a fun drive, but a pretty quiet one. I don't know. What happened with Mattia, though? He got past Steven. Oh, he got past him here. Okay. There he goes for a good old send. Into the braking zone. Nice, nice. My radar doesn't work right with this car. I was never certain where you were. It was a bit scary. Ah, that's interesting. Alright, see you, Mihal. Cheers for coming along. I don't actually have any radar, which may sound like sacrilege, but I've kind of gotten used to running without them and just kind of guessing where people are. So I actually never really... I didn't pick up... Oh, Phil, no. I was a little bit optimistic. I guess he got caught out by the braking. And then, poof. Luckily, though, that didn't affect too much. Phil definitely could have done a lot more, I think. He had the speed, but I think he kept making mistakes. Oh, yeah, you're on the hards, yeah. Yeah, the mediums were pretty worn by the end, but I think it wasn't enough to say that the mediums weren't the right choice. So I think you're on the hards, so obviously you've had cold tires and no grip pretty much the whole race. I think Massimiliano probably struggled towards the end as well, because he was on the softs. Which is why he started off really well, and then sort of faded. I want to see... I don't know... Based on 962 races, won't do it next week. Now this is where the tire degradation next week is actually a lot worse. So the hards are actually the tire. But yeah, okay, he just uses the boost to get past here. And maybe uses another here? Yeah, he uses another here. No. But yeah, when I did solo testing for the car, I saw that like the soft tires were hardly degrading. And I was like, make it a bit more interesting. I'll add the multiplier in, or I'll keep the multiplier. You know, it'll sort of add a bit more variance into the tire choices. But yeah, it's nowhere near as aggressive as the tire wear on the 962. Obviously, the 962, we ran the hards, and even those were dying at the end of the race. But these, the mediums, were only dying towards, like, the end. The last 2 or 3 laps, they were sort of falling off a little bit. But I was only really losing, like, 2-3 tenths a lap, so... it wasn't much at all. Okay, but Tia got close. I think he did something. Either that or he was just slow. I don't know. But he never really Thought he'd do a bit more. He might have spun again. I don't know. Definitely had a bit of an oops on the last lap because Phil got past him, I think. Let's see. Driving fine. I guess he was just slow. Nothing really... Oh, that would be... What done him in against Phil? Ah. Oh. Just overshooting it. Ah, yeah. No turning. Okay, just a little too much speed. And because of all the sweeping turns here, you mess up one corner, that's the next one buggered as well. He's probably used all his push to pass by this point, so... Oh, he might have used one there, actually. I want to see what speeds he got. 114. Actually, no, I don't think he did. Yeah, his car just does have pretty good acceleration. Let's mess up again, then. Or Phil had one left in the tank, maybe? Oh, no, he didn't. He just got past him. I guess they maybe both ran out. No, Mattia had a burst left. Clever. Phil got a bit of a wobble. Oh, no, he went wide. Out into the... Oh, not quite out into the gravel, but that put him off. And then, yeah, then he ended up in the gravel there. Oh, unlucky. Yeah, you mess up one corner, you mess up the next one pretty much by default. Not a very forgiving track. That was that. That's pretty fun. Bring up the old results again. This one. There we go. Cool. So obviously Patrick dominated that race start to finish. I think he was the only driver to not mess up in any way, shape, or form. So clean, consistent, fast, all around dominant package. Yeah, he got fastest lap. No incident points, no mistakes. Maybe a couple of minor ones, but nothing major. Yeah, I spun. Phil spun. Matthias spun and then went off a couple of times at the end. I don't think you've had any major mistakes, Steven, but you picked the hard tires, which I guess counts. Massimiliano had a couple of spins, I think, and was on the soft tires. Also, maybe not a good choice, and Hanu had a pretty unfortunate run again. But, yeah, a bit of an eventful one. Buster and went to check if the grass was realistic towards the out parts of the track once. Fair enough. Yeah, Patrick just a clean line all the way across. Everyone else was a little bit more jumbled. Going up and down. Did anyone else actually finish where they started? Massimiliano did. 6th, jumped up to 4th, then fell down to 6th again. But, I guess Patrick, but besides Patrick, obviously. Phil 2nd, but he dropped all the way down to 6th, up to 5th, and down to 6th. I guess he got passed by Mattia. Then up to 5th, 4th, and then 3rd. Mattia was... well, he didn't qualify. And he jumped to 3rd, then back down to 6th. Up to 3rd, and then down to 4th in the end. So yeah, it really was just Patrick and Massimiliano, because I was 3rd, finished 2nd. And he was 5th, finished 7th. And Steven was 4th and finished 5th. Of course, championship standings overall are exactly the same. Patrick, myself, Phil, Mattia, Steven, Massimiliano, and Hanu in that order. Saxon Ring next week. That should be good fun. Few more spots to overtake, I think, if you're feeling brave. But otherwise, kind of a similar track, actually, now that I think about it. It's got a bit of up and down. It's got a big, long straight. It was built for motorbikes, I think. What's the last round? What is that? I've forgotten what I've picked myself. Let me check. Ah, it's Portimao. Okay. I don't know why it appears like that. Yeah, we've got Tor Poznan, which should be also quite fun. Sveg. Bit of an oddball, but I think that could be quite fun as well. Lots of big straights there. So, that'll be interesting. Silverstone, Classic, and then Portimao. The new Portimao mod, which I don't think has been used in any of the European series yet. But it was used in the American series a couple of seasons ago. Yes, you know, I'll show it. I'll show it, actually. There's a better Portimao mod that came out last year. So, it's not the same old shitty Portimao that we've been using on SRS for ages. It's, I believe it's a port of the R-Factor 2 one. Oh, bloody hell. Yeah, my AC's having a moment. But, yeah, it's a better mod. Yeah, no pit exit line, invisible wall, thankfully this time. Yeah, because I don't mind Portimao as a track. I think it's reasonably fun. But that mod just really soiled any interest in me ever picking it. Because it was just bad. I think the only time I really had an enjoyable race on it was, surprisingly, with the Audi TT Cup. Which, you know, I'd never expect. But, oh, not the TT Cup, sorry, the TTVLN. That's one of the rare instances where actually a front-wheel drive car sort of worked with me. I wouldn't say it was ecstatically fun to drive, but I was... After completely bungling the first round of that championship, I sat down and figured out a setup that didn't suck. And it actually made me really competitive. I was like, holy shit. Competitive in a front-wheel drive? Never did I think I'd see the day. Here we go. Oh. Oh, my tires are gonna be cold, so this is gonna be interesting. But see, I can run over the line here. Oh, almost in the pit wall. I think I did about 25 races in racing. Feels like I did 30 races the F4 in Portimao. Here we go. I'm over the pit line. My car did not explode. However, I've missed turn 1. So, but yeah, my car didn't explode, so it's good. But everything is a lot better proportioned as well. On the old Portimao mod, everything had really fucky proportions. The sausage curbs were about the size of your car and shit like that. And it just didn't feel right at all. It was a terrible mod. This one, on the other hand, as you can see, is a lot better. Oh god. I never get this bit right. But yeah, so what you're telling me is you're going to be an expert come Portimao, eh? But yeah, this sausage curb here on the old track was pretty much the size. It was pretty much the same height as this car. It was ridiculous. Also, you couldn't see anything running into that corner because the incline on the hill was all fucked. Bit of a smoother run up the hill on the exit of the final turn as well. You don't just take off like I did one time in the Ferrari 4 or 5.8 GT2 series a few years back. But yeah, it's a much nicer rendition of the track. Which is good. About fucking time. Yeah, because it's one of those tracks that got picked a few times in the past, and it was like, oh, but this mod is terrible. Speaking of terrible tracks, though, that keep cropping up in SRS, I really should poke Enrique one day and ask him why he keeps including Magione in schedules. I don't know how that track keeps weaseling in. It's so damn boring. I don't think I've ever had a good race at Magione. I think I've also only ever made one actual on-track overtake. And that was when I dive-bombed Handy like a madman on the last lap in an MX-5 Cup race. Because you just can't overtake anywhere on that track. It doesn't have good flow. It's slow. Feels like a pseudo-Formula E track, really. But it keeps appearing. Always rears its ugly head on the sort of non-hosted series. It has reared its head a couple of times on hosted series also, but nowhere near as much. I mean, yeah, it's a Kunosh track and one of the sort of original Kunosh tracks, but that doesn't mean it's a good track. Oh, gone wide. Got used to the... Oh, we're gonna take the motorbike route. Haha. Oh, I've understood. Oh, whoops. Alright, never mind. Yeah, much better version of the track. I like. Car also just sounds pretty good. I can get a bit more FOV on this though. That hairpin is gonna be interesting. Especially when the tires start falling off later on. Yeah, this might be another track where the tire wear is pretty high. We'll see. I think Mugello is quite aggressive on the tires. And I believe this one probably will be too. But yeah, feels good to finally have a version of this track that doesn't feel so horribly cobbled together. So, you will start seeing it more in my schedules. Maybe not as frequently as some other tracks, but it's definitely one I'm adding into the kind of palette of tracks that I sort of scoop in. What kind of cameras it has on the interior? Oh, amazing. Awkward roof camera. Wheel camera. Weird floaty third-person camera. More sensible roof camera. Really high roof camera. We do need a rear wing. Damn. So you probably can't see that. Because of the... Hang on, if I go like... Oh. Actually, wait, hang on. Yeah, on the... Oh, god damn it. God damn it, AC, with your reversed controls. For the camera mode. Yeah, there you go. We do need a rear wing. I wonder if this came out when the Peugeot was announced, maybe? Or around the time when the Peugeot was announced, so that... I don't know. Obviously with its crazy zero wing design. But this car has one, so... Pretty plain on the inside, I think, though, yeah. Some fake buttons. And dials. And then 3 pedals that your feet are clipping into. Even though this thing seems like it has a hand clutch. This is the way the pedals are there, but you know, whatever. I guess fail safe. See, where would the push to pass button be? Unless that's what those are meant to be? What's this? Is this like a... That's also like some kind of paddle. And there's 2 dials there. What even is... I don't even know what I'm looking at really with the steering wheel. I'm assuming the gold button is to turn it on. Who knows? Fun car anyways. But now I have no idea what to do. Nobody's got any good ideas. I might wrap it up here and just kind of chill out on my own for a bit or something. I don't know. But I am open to suggestions for stuff and things. Away that HUD. There you go. Alright, that was when I stopped to check out the curves. Actually, let me go and see if I can dig up an old... For those who haven't seen old Portimao, let's see if I can go and dig up an old live stream where it would have appeared. When would have been the last time I raced at Portimao? I'm really not sure. Let's see. Okay, that was that. What car is this? Oh, it's that thing. Okay. Was it? Did I even stream the TT Cup? Actually, I'm not sure. I might not have done. So I might not actually have any live stream evidence of old Portimao. I don't have it installed, and I don't want to I don't want to install it. Again, because it was a horrible track. It's MX-5. Oh, is this Portimao? No, it's Barcelona. Yeah, wow, I don't think I do have any evidence of shitty Portimao. Unless... No. I'm pretty certain I don't. Damn. Unless... it was part of this season? No. Actually, I know where I can find it. Give me a second. Dig through Adam's videos, because I'm pretty certain Adam did an edit of that race. I wonder if he'll have a snippet of the terrible curbs. Let's see. Let me see. It's gotta be here somewhere, or it is here somewhere. How far back is it? It's before I started streaming. But Adam's upload schedule is definitely not lined up with the timeline of events. So... chances are I'm... oh no, here we go. Let me pop this out real quick. Bring this up. Close AC. Don't want that open anymore. Don't care. Okay. Get that window up. God damn it. Oh. Theater mode. Don't want sound on. Yeah, so see if I can find the snippet here of those curbs. Yeah, this is the old Portimao. And you already see it's a bit interesting. So go and give Adam a bit of love. If you haven't already. He does some pretty cool stuff. I want to see, does he get any snippets of us going up to that hairpin? Because that curb was an atrocity. I remember seeing it every lap and I was like, oh god. Actually, it might be towards the... Yeah, maybe? No, that's that happen. This was a pretty good race though, all around. It's a pretty close battle between me, Michael, Alex from Thunder Crew, and I think it was either Stuart or Phil. Yeah, look at that. Like, what is this? What is that? That wasn't quite... I think the one on top of the other chicane was... Or the other hairpin, sorry, was worse. But, like... What is that? It's an abomination to mankind, is what that is. It's going up. Oh, are we gonna see it, maybe? You see it there a little bit. Oh, full screened. Okay, that wasn't quite. Ah, here we go. Yeah, look at this. Like, what is this? It's massive. It is the whole width of the car and half its height. Hard to flip cars in AC, so it needs bigger sausages and race them. I guess that's one way to put it. But yeah, like, Jesus Christ. It was such a bad mod. I need to actually, hang on. One little bit. If it's stored somewhere. Let me find it. Of course, if that wasn't enough proof that the track was terrible. Where did I put that? I made a GIF. Pretty sure. Might be under here, maybe. Let's see. There we go. Ah. Okay, that doesn't want to work. Screw you. Add an image source. Where is it? Here we go. Amazing pit. What an amazing pit exit. Drive over the line. Car explodes. I think in the Estonia Championship, I think Yari drove over the line and died on, like, the first lap of the race. It was rather tragic. Should I look up some old series info? In what regard? I thought it was pretty easy. You just go on the website, and then you go on, oh, excuse me. You go on to historic results. I guess, unless you mean finding the specific championship, yeah. That is a good point, yeah. Guess I'll bring that up too. Yeah, so we obviously have this, which has all of the results, but yeah, as you said, it only has that icon. Doesn't signify who the host is. Yeah, and the only searchable thing would be these dates. Everything else is an image. So I guess unless you knew the exact date that it started and ended on, then you're kind of shit out of luck. Yeah, because actually I ran into that problem the other day. I was trying to find one of the results of James's BTCC championship, which he did, you know, donkeys years ago. It was like my first full championship on SRS, and I scrolled I sort of scrolled really far down, and perfect. All right, BTCC championship 98 to 99 standings. Oh well, what do you know? This isn't the one I was thinking of. Because there's a lot of people here. Jesus Christ. I guess this was during COVID. Yeah, it was, yeah. But I mean, this was an hourly series. And I wasn't even racing an SRS at this point. But if I scroll up and find the actual one... I know it was in 2021. But here's one earlier on in 2021. Also another hourly series. A lot of people. And then the one I actually won is this one, I think. But they're all the same logo. So it is a little hard to distinguish. Yeah, there we go. Mwah. Oh god, yeah, when incident points actually counted to your score. Oh, those were the days. I say those were the days when I'm looking at James with a score of -9. I think he had some problems on this round. I think he disconnected or something. So he didn't get to finish more than 3 laps and obviously got 3 incident points. I remember this change being reverted, though, or being removed, in a sense. It really did spark up a lot of controversy at the time. But I think that was really, at the end of the day, I feel like it was really a much ado about nothing. Because I haven't really noticed any difference. Yeah, maybe a few more knocks here and there, but not the end of the world. But I mean, especially back when, like, the hourly and daily series were more popular. or when they were a mainstay thing, you know. To really maximize those, you basically had to drive as boring as possible, you know. Get pole, lead every lap, win the race sort of thing, without getting a scratch. Instead of Plays United, celebratory warheads after the finish sign at Mugello. Well, they mean nothing as long as you don't get too many, and then get sent to SRS jail. Then you have a problem on your hands. But yeah. I mean, yeah, here's Donnie's first series, I think. Really? Not that long afterwards? I guess not, yeah. The October, yeah. 2021. When did I get mine? Let's see. Here's the Cupra. This was James's last series. That I don't think he did any of. Or did he? I've done half of it. No, I don't think he did any. James. No, he didn't. But I think from, yeah, here onwards is when I started doing those streams. Yes, 99 points for a win at Thruxton, because I think I hit a wall or something. Actually, no, I might have had a knock with another... I think I had a knock with Mattia, maybe. Or someone at Thruxton. Probably... No, Lucas got the full points. I don't remember. All I remember is I did win that race. But I must have hit something. But obviously, yeah, we started here. And then, yeah, at the end, he was like, hey, yo, James hasn't come back with anything. Do you want to go? And I was like, why not? And then we had the Estonia. And from then on, it's been history. Starting off with just one. Obviously, the Estonia, then... the Fiesta WRC, that was a good one. I really enjoyed that championship. Well, minus 42. Oh, Jesus Christ. I guess, yeah, the change, I guess, was still in then. Or the losing points on incident was still there. Oh, wait, minus 42. How many did he get? $14 incident points, Jesus. Then, yeah, we went on to the Exige, which was a bit of a shit one, to be honest. Was not a fan. I think this was when the points got reverted, though. Maybe not, actually. This is an 84. I don't think you could score 84 points. I guess I'll wait to check. Are there any minus points? Yes, minus 3. Oh, the 8-6. Ugh. Yeah, that was terrible as well. But I think here was when it got reverted. Or undone. Should I say. 86, 58, 70, 74. Any minus points? No. No minus. 0 was the lowest, yeah. And then, I learned from my mistakes of the Exige and the 8-6. And how terrible those were. And then we did the Ligier. Which was pretty fun. I was maybe a bit slower in that one than I was hoping for, but it was still pretty fun. And then, yeah, the first double series with the 130 RS. That started at the start of last year. And then I've been running double series ever since. It's been pretty fun. But yeah. Coolio. I think I'm gonna wrap it up here, though. Obviously, otherwise I'm just gonna waffle on into the middle of the night. But yeah, thanks everyone who showed up and raced. Was it A6's race on the A? Oh, no. I saw it's on the schedule this season. And I was like, nah, I ain't touching that thing. Actually, one championship I am kind of gutted about. Because I'd like to... It's such a goofy choice that I'd like to give it a shot. That's the Audi TT Cup series. Which is fixed. And let me... see, let me bring this up. Yeah, so it's fixed setup with the Audi TT Sport, but when you look at the track list, oval or big oval, big oval, big oval, reasonably big oval, small but on the bigger side of smaller ovals, and then big oval. With 5 minutes qualifying and 2x 10-minute race. No reverse grid though, which is interesting. Yeah, I doubt this is gonna get much attendance, which is kind of a shame. But I would like to actually try the concept and see how stupid it is. Yeah, you don't need to see those. I keep track of too many things. But yeah, no, I would like to give it a shot. But, I'm running R-Factor 2 races at the same time, so... Kinda can't, which is a bit of a shame. I'd like to give it... It's such a quirky concept, I'd like to give it a shot. Even if the grid size would be abysmal, which I expect it probably will be. It's such an out there mix of a relatively low-power front-wheel drive car at big ovals. But, yeah. That falls on when I've been running some R-Factor 2 races of a community that have been quite fun, so I don't intend to stop those. Oh, excuse me. I might put up some content on those races. We're currently in the middle of a 90s BTCC championship. There's been a lot of fun. And, yeah. But I don't know. Depends on how much interesting stuff there is for me to really talk about it at the end. There might not be a lot, so I might just not bother. But if there is a decent amount of stuff for me to talk about, to put together a video, I might do. But yeah. I am I am going to officially tie the knot off again here. And, yeah, thanks everyone who showed up and watched. Thanks everyone who showed up and raced. I don't want to put any guarantees in, but I will try and put something in for Friday. Not fully sure on what I want to do yet, but I did say I was going to do one last week, then got buried with paperwork. That could very well happen again this Friday, so I don't want to guarantee anything. But if I do have the time, I will try and throw something together for a bit of fun on Friday. But other than that, I'll see you all around. Adios.